what just happened? What just happened? Because while the world was busy scrolling, sleeping, or stressing about their next meeting, Jimin just made history. Quietly, powerfully, like he always does. 1.6 billion streams. Not for a group comeback, not for some hyped-up collab, but for his solo track, Who, from the album Muse. And it happened in 270 days. That's not even a full year. That number? It isn't just big. It's record-breaking. It's now the fastest time ever for an Asian artist, yes, ever, to reach 1.6 billion streams on Spotify. That's out of all the artists, in all of Asia, across all genres. Let that sit for a second. This isn't just a K-pop milestone. This is a music history milestone, period. What makes this even more unbelievable? While this record was being broken, while numbers were skyrocketing and fans were streaming, Jimin wasn't promoting. He wasn't on tour. He was serving his country, quietly fulfilling his military duties. And yet, the world kept listening. We kept listening. Because something about Who doesn't just hit your ears. It hits your soul. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. Jimin's entire Spotify profile has now crossed 6.6 billion streams. And here's the part that gives me chills. 5.3 billion of those are from his solo songs alone. No features, no fancy guest appearances. Just Jimin, in his purest form, pouring his heart into 22 solo tracks, 22 songs, 5.3 billion listens. There's a quiet kind of power in that. He didn't shout his way into the spotlight, he just showed up over and over with emotion, vulnerability, and artistry. And remember after? The haunting, beautiful track he released during his service? It became the longest charting K-pop song in Billboard Hot 100 history. No dance challenges, no interviews, just the strength of the song itself and the connection people felt. Isn't that kind of rare? In a world obsessed with noise, Jimin moves with intention. He disappears and then reappears with something so real, it leaves a mark. Not just on charts, but on people. So now we're here. April 2025, Jimin's still in uniform. Still technically on hiatus. And yet, he's rewriting what it means to be a solo artist. To be an icon. To be Jimin. And the countdown has already begun. Because in just a few weeks, he returns. And if this is what he's doing while away, what on earth is he going to do next? Whatever it is, we'll be here. Listening, streaming, ready.